what we're trying to do is to say that refugees have rights, that they're humans, and that they should have the legal aid that they need to enforce those rights, just like every other human. My name is Becca Heller, and I am the director and co-founder of the International Refugee Assistance Project. IRAP organizes a virtual public interest law firm of law students and lawyers around the world to provide direct representation for refugees and immigrants who are in unsafe places and trying to find legal, safe pathways to get to safe places. When we first founded IRAP, it was a group of us at Yale Law School in the fall of 2008. Our plan was to try to help Iraqi refugees as much as we could. And a professor informed us that actually, as law students, it was not legal for us to represent refugees ourselves. So IRAP's whole model sort of accidentally grew out of us trying not to violate legal ethics rules before even taking the bar exam. When the travel ban came down on Friday, January 27th, we had lawyers waiting at JFK, including for one of our clients who had worked for 10 years as an interpreter for US military forces in Iraq. And his wife and kid came out crying and said that he had been handcuffed and locked in a room with a bunch of other people. They didn't know how many, and they wouldn't let him out. With a number of groups, we put together a lawsuit saying that this illegal travel ban was unconstitutional, and we filed it at 5 o'clock in the morning. It was argued by the ACLU that evening, and by 8:30 p.m. we had a ruling from the judge saying that anyone being held in the airport pursuant to the travel ban anywhere in the country had to be released. We have over 100 law firms that are working on cases, which allows us to take on 3,000 individual cases at a given time with really a pretty bare bones staff and budget. And then combine that with advocacy and litigation campaigns such that in the 8 years we've existed, we've actually impacted the lives of over 200,000 people. A big goal of ours at IRAP has also been to establish refugee law as a legitimate practice area of law. And so we've been working hard through training students and lawyers. We wrote our own treatise. It's affecting millions of people's lives. We take a really interdisciplinary approach to the issue of refugee rights. We're not only doing legal aid, we're not only doing litigation, we're not only doing policy advocacy. We recognize that each of those things is stronger when done in tandem. The big things we're working on now are kind of bringing our model to scale, especially in Europe and in Northern Africa, and especially around family unification for unaccompanied kids. IRAP is really a team sport, and it truly takes a village to do what we do, and this wouldn't have been possible without our staff and our volunteers. Now is certainly a critical time for forcibly displaced people in the world. So my hope is that me getting this incredible honor at this time is a way to shine a light on this problem. I think refugees are some of the most tenacious, creative, entrepreneurial survivors that I've ever met, and that our country is better for them.